is Digital Principle and Computer Organization. The subject code is CS3351. Second unit, synchronous sequential logic. In my previous video, I will explain up to state reduction or state minimization. In this video, few sums regarding this state minimization. State minimization. Example problem 1. So this is the given state. You need to reduce this state table. Okay. This is the question, and in this state table, how many states we will have? A, B, C, D, E. So totally here we will have 5 states, right? For this 5 state will be reduced to either 4, 3. Let me check. First of all, A is the first present state. When 0 is given as input, the A next state is B. When 1 is given as input, A next state is C. And output for A is when input is equal to 0 is 0, and when input is equal to 1, the output will be 0. Like that, B. The next present state is B. For B, when input is equal to 0, the next state is B. When input is given as 1, the next state of B is D. So when input is equal to 0, the output of the B is 0, and the input is equal to 1, the output of the B is 0. How will you convert this state table to the state diagram? Just I will draw the state diagram only for A and B for understanding purpose. This is the A state, right? From A state to B state. The input is mentioned with the numerator and the output is mentioned in the denominator. Okay, when x equal to 0, the next state is B. So I am here representing the B. And the output will be 0. Okay. Afterwards, when input is given as 1 for A, what will be the next state of the A? See here mentioned that C. So here you need to draw this C. This is input. When input is given as 1, what will be the output of A? See here, the state table is mentioned with 0. So here 1 by 0. Afterwards, I will draw the next state for B. So take it down. Now the present state is B. So already we will have B. When B input is given as 0, means what will be the next state of B? That B itself. So you need to mention that arrow mark within the B state itself. And the input is equal to 0 slash you need to write output. When you give input as 0, what will be the output? See here 0. So write it down here 0. Okay. Afterwards, when input is equal to D, when input is equal to 1, what will be the next state of B? That is D. So we need to draw the D here. And what will be the output of B when input is equal to 1? See here given as 0. So I will draw the state diagram only for this 2 state. You will draw remaining 3 state diagram here. Okay. Likewise, you need to, the same procedure is followed to draw the present state of C, D and E. So let's we come to our problem, the state table. In this question, what they will ask? They will given one state table and you need to reduce this state. So here we will given 5 state. So you need to reduce the minimum level of state. How will you reduce? The first step is to how to reduce the state. See here, this is the given question, right? So in this question, you need to compare the one state with another state. For example, you need to first compare these two states, A and B. Need to compare this A and B. For A, when x equal to 0, the next state is B. For B, when x equal to 0, the next state is B. So this two next state will be same. So next you need to check this both the state. Afterwards, this all output. See here, this two will be same and this two will be same and this two will be same, but in this C and D will be different. When in x is equal to 1, the next state is C here. When x is equal to 1, the next state is D here. So both the state will be different. Afterwards, you need to compare this B and C. B and C, this state is equal, but here there will be a difference. So you need to ignore this. Afterwards, compare this CD. Everything will be here different. You need to compare the one state with the another state. Finally, compare B with E. In B with E, in B also B, D, 0, 0. See here, here also B, D, 0, 0. So, these two rows will be same. What you want to do in the next step, you need to replace E with B. Okay. Wherever the E is given in this table, you need to replace E with B. Because this B and E values are same here. This two state will be the equivalent state. That's why you need to replace the E with B. Afterwards, you need to remove this E state. So remove this E state from the state table. See here this table A, B, C, D. Okay. Here, if you replace this E as B means your state table is look with wherever the E is written, you need to replace this E with B. Here only the E is available, the E is replaced with B. Afterwards, you need to remove the E state, then you will get the fourth state. In this fourth state, you need to compare one state with another state. If there will be an equivalent state, you need to do the same procedure. See, afterwards compare this, but from A to D, there will be no equivalent state is available. Finally, the given state table is reduced from 5 state to 4 state. So the E state is removed here. So this is the procedure to state minimization. To reduce the given state table to the minimum number of states. Afterwards, you will remove the E state. You need to compare all the 4 states, but there will be no equivalent state with another state. So the finalized state table is look like this. This is the example. Second example. In previous example, we will see about this state table. Here we will see about this state diagram. In this state diagram is first. Here you need to first step to convert this state diagram to state table. Okay, first step is to convert this state diagram to state table. Afterwards, you need to compare the all the given states. So here we will have 5 states. You need to compare all 5 states with one another. If there will be an equivalent of state, you need to replace with another state. Afterwards, you need to remove any one of these states. So look this state diagram. The question state diagram is this. So you need to convert this state diagram to the state table. So here we will have 5 state, right? First of all, write it down the first column with 5 state A, B, C, D, E. The next state you will have two input x equal to 0 and x equal to 1. Afterwards output. When input is given as 0 and input is given as 1, what will be the output of that present state? This is the second example of state minimization problem. In first problem, the state table is given and you need to reduce that minimum number of state level in that state table. Here the question is given in state diagram. You need to reduce this state diagram. Okay. If the question is given in the state diagram means the first step is to convert this state diagram into state table. Afterwards, you need to compare that given present state with another present state. If there will be an equivalency, you need to remove that equivalent state from the state table. Okay, this is the procedure. First step is to convert this state diagram to the state table. So this state diagram is converted here as the state table. See here how many states are available. 1, A is A, next B, C, D and E. Here we will have totally 5 states. Write it on the first column as present state. Afterwards, mention all the given state in the state diagram from A to E. These are all the given state in the state diagram. Afterwards, you need to find out the next state of that present state. When input is given as 0 and the input is given as 1. Afterwards, you need to find out the output of present state when input is given as 0 and input is given as 1. First of all, take it down A. When A is given as 0, what will be the next state? See here A is present state and input is 0. Input is 0. What will be the next state of A? B. So you need to write here B. When input is given as 1, what will be the next state of input is given as 1 for A? What will be the next state of A? See here, that is D. So you need to write here D. Afterwards, write the output of that particular input. See here 0 by 0. When given as for A, input is given as 0, the output will be 0. Write it down 0. When input is given as 1, the output will be 0. So in this place, write it down 0. Afterwards, take the B state. Now B is the present state. When input is given as 0, what will be the next state of B? See here the forward directed line is when indicate the E state. So you need to write this E here when input is given as 0. When input is given as 1. So for B, when input is given as 1, what will be the next state of B, that is C. See here the arrow mark, forward direction arrow mark is mentioned here. So you need to write C. When input is given as 0, what will be the output of B? 0. See here 0. The input is given as 0 for B and the output will be 0 here. So you need to write this arrow here. Afterwards, find out, see the when input is given as 1, what will be the output of B? 1. So write in this place 1. Afterwards, take the C state. Now C is the present state. When input is given as 0, what will be the next state? This is input is given as 0 for C. The next state is D. So write it here D. Afterwards, when input is given as 1, what will be the present next state of this C? See here the input is given as 1 and the next state of C is the arrow mark mentioned that C itself. So you need to write it down C here. Afterwards, write it down the output for when input is equal to 1 and input is equal to 0. So here when input is equal to 1, the output will be 0 for C. So here we will write C 0. When input is equal to 1, the output of the C is 0. So here we will write it down 0. What will be the next present state? That is D. Now consider D. For D, when input is equal to 0, what will be the next state? So the next state here is B. When input is equal to 1, what will be the next state of D? See here the curve mentioned that D state itself. So you need to write here the D. Afterwards, when input is given as 0, what will be the output of D? So here input is given as 0, the output of D is 0. So we will mention here 0. When input is given as 1, what will be the output of D? See here 0. Afterwards, the last state, that is E. See here, this is E is available here. For E, when input is equal to 1. When input is equal to 0, what will be the next state of E? That is A. The arrow mark mentioned A state. So you need to write here A. When input is equal to 1, what will be the next state of E? See here, the directed line mentioned here. So C. Afterwards, you need to write it down the output of that input. When for E, when input is given as 0, the output will be 1. So return 1. Afterwards, when input is given as 1, what will be the output? 1. Again 1. So here you will write 1. Finally, you will convert this state diagram into state table. Afterwards, you need to compare all this state with another state. So here we will have 5 state. You need to compare all this state with another state, whether there will be an equivalent state or not. This is the state table. This is the converted state table from state diagram. So compare A with B and A with C and A with A with B and A with C and A with D and A with E. Okay. If you compare all these things, there will be equivalent. A for A, the value is B, D, 0, 0. For B, E, so there will be a no equivalent. When compare with C, the first is B and here is D, so there will be no equivalent. Then compare with D, when x equal to 0, the next state of A is B. Here also B. Here D and here D. 0, 0, 0, 0. So finally, here we will find out that A state is equivalent to D state, right? Afterwards, you need to replace D with A in that state diagram. Wherever the D is located, you need to fill A in that place, and you need to remove this D state from the state table. Remove the state. Afterwards, you need to fill D as A. See here, we will have D here. You need to replace D with A. Likewise, this is D, fill D with A and remove this D state. Afterwards, draw, write it down the shortlisted state table. So the final state table will look like this. See here, A state, B, C and E. There will be no D state because of equivalent state. We will remove this D state from this state table. Afterwards, we will replace the D with A. This is the solution of this problem. This kind of questions will be asked you in your exam. Afterwards, you need to draw the state diagram for this state table. Okay, this state table will be draw like this. So this here we will have, after the state minimization process, we will have totally 4 states. The 4 state will be A, B, C and E, because we will remove D from this state table. Afterwards, you need to draw this state diagram. So I will explain this. The present state is A, right? For present state is A, when x equal to 0, the input is given as 0, the next state will be B. So this is when x is equal to 0, the next state of A is B. So we will draw the B in this inside the circle, and we will mention with the forward direction arrow. Afterwards, when input is given as 1, the next state of A is that A itself. So the curve mentioned that A itself. So see this state table. When input is given as 0, the output is 0. So input is given as 0, the output is 0. So you need to write the input by output. 0 is input and output will be 0. For when input is given as 1, the output is 0. See, with the help of this state table, you will easily draw the state diagram. Afterwards, take the B. So for B, when input is given as 1, the next state is C. When input is given as 0, the next state is E. See here, when input is given as 0, when next state is E. When input is given as 1 for B, the next state is C. Afterwards, you need to mention the output of that particular input. 0 by 0, 1 by 1. 1 is input here and 1 is output. 0 is input and 0 is output. Afterwards, draw the state diagram for this C and E. See, when input is given as 0, the next state of C is A. So you need to connect the C with A. The output will be 0. You need to mention 0 is as input. In this table, the output is given as 0. So you need to return as 0 by 0. Afterwards, when input is given as 1, the next state of C is, so input is given as 0, 1. The next state of C is in this table, the C itself. So you need to mention with that curve itself. The output will be 0. So here mentioned with 1 by 0. And the last state is E. In this E, when input is given as 0, the next state is A. So the arrow mark mentioned is A and the output will be 1. So 0 by 1. Afterwards, when input is given as 1 for present state E, the next state is C. With the help of this table, you will find out that C. So you will connect this E with C when input is given as 1. What will be the output? Look at the table. Here the output is given as 1 when input is given as 1. So this will be written with 1 by 1. So this is the reduced state diagram of given state diagram. The D state is removed from the given state diagram and it is replaced with A.